stand up and fight back. We will defeat Donald Trump, and we're going to defeat him badly. And what we are trying to do in this campaign, I don't want to get you all nervous, but you are part of history. All right? There have been over the years, there have been many great candidates who had better microphones than this. Who want to win elections and who say good things, and that's fine. But what this campaign is trying to do, and I think we are succeeding, is unprecedented in American history. What we are attempting to do is to put together a multi-generational, multi-racial, grassroots movement. That's what we are trying to do. Donald Trump is trying to divide the American people up. We all know that. Yeah. That is his political strategy. What he's trying to do is divide us up, and our campaign is exactly the opposite. Yeah. It's bringing people together. What we are saying is whether you're black, you're white, you're Latino, you're Native American, you're Asian American, you're gay, you're straight, whatever. Let us stand together as Americans around an agenda that works for all of us, not just the 1%. So our effort here is obviously to win, but it is also to build a movement. Because our campaign is about not only taking on Trump, it's taking on Wall Street. Yeah. We're taking on the insurance companies. Yeah. We're taking on the greed and corruption of the drug companies. Yeah. We are taking on the fossil fuel industry. Yeah. And we're telling the fossil fuel industry that their short-term profits are not more important than the future of our planet. And we're taking on the military-industrial complex. We don't need trillions more for endless wars. We need to invest in affordable housing. We need to invest in education. We need to invest in healthcare. We need to invest in expanding Social Security. We need to invest in the American people, not tax breaks for the very rich. And what the political revolution is about, and I think it's uniquely what we are trying to do, is to revitalize American democracy in saying that instead of having one of the lowest voter turnout rates of any major country on earth, we want the highest voter turnout. You know, and I know, that there are millions of workers out there who today are working longer hours for low wages, can't afford child care for their kids, paying half their income in housing, scared to death about whether their kids will ever have a job that pays them a living wage. And many of those people have given up on the political process. What our job is to reach out. I know you're doing that today. You're going to be knocking on doors and you're going to talk to some of those people. And some of those people can say, oh, politicians is all bullshit. Then it doesn't. Believe me, you'll be hearing that. And your job today as you knock on doors is to say to people, it's not good enough anymore to complain. I know you're making low wages. I know you can't afford childcare. I know you can't afford health care. I know you're worried about climate change. It's not good enough to complain. We got to stand up. We got to fight back. That's what this campaign is about. And when we talk about us, not me, that's not only a good bumper sticker, which it is. Pretty good bumper sticker. It is a profound political and philosophical statement. It truly is, and I want you all to think about it. Because what it says is that we have an understanding of the power structure in America today that others don't. And what that means is, if I were elected president, do you think I can do it all alone by myself? No. You think I could take on Wall Street and the pharmaceutical industry all by myself? Well, obviously a president can do a whole lot, and I'll do that. But at the end of the day, we need millions of people to stand up to say, healthcare is a human right, not a privilege. And to tell your senators and your congresspeople that if they're not on the right side of history, they're going to be unelected pretty soon. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. So this campaign is about defeating Trump, but it is more than that. It is growing a movement which says, finally, we need an economy, we need an energy system, we need a government which represents all of us, not just the 1%. That's what this is. And what the political revolution is about is reaching out to those new people, not just disillusioned working people. It is young people as well. The very good news, and everybody in this room should be proud of it, is that the younger generation today is, in my view, the most progressive generation, younger generation in the history of this country. That is the good news. The bad news is that the younger generation historically does not vote in high enough numbers. We're seeing some improvement. And I believe that this election cycle will be transformative. So when you reach out to the young people, say, we know you're anti-racist, and you're anti-sexist, and you're anti-homophobia, and you're anti-religious bigotry, and you're anti-xenophobia, that you're deeply concerned about climate change, that you're deeply concerned about the kind of student debt that you have, that you want this country to move in a different way. If you want that to happen, you have got to stand up and fight back and get involved in the political process. That's the message. So here it is, Iowa. This is the most consequential election, certainly in the modern history of this country, maybe in the overall history of America, and it all begins tomorrow night in Iowa. Let me say to you what I've said many times before, and I believe it to be true. If there is a low voter turnout tomorrow night, if you hear some guy on TV saying, well, turnout is not too high, we're going to lose the election. We'll lose the caucus tomorrow. But if the voter turnout is high, if people who do get involved, who do not usually get involved, come on out to caucus, if young people, if working class people come on out, not only can we win, I think we can win big. Yeah. So what I'm asking of you, humbly and respectfully asking of you today, is please come out to caucus tomorrow night. Please bring your friends, your neighbors, your co-workers. Let us tomorrow night have the largest voter turnout in the history of the Iowa caucus. Some of you are unhappy with me. If some of you think I might not be a great president, understand she will be a great first lady. want to keep you here too long because we got to go out and knock on doors. Okay. Thank you all very much.